Next problem. In the Potter Garner, the arm of a Potter Garner are each 250 mm long and pivoted on the Garner axis. So first thing is, I will draw the half of the Potter Garner. So this vertical axis we known as spindle axis, and this horizontal axis, it is represent the radius of rotation of the Garner. Okay. And this one we can say as upper end of the arm, and this one we can say as lower end of the arm. Okay. Here the arm of a Potter Garner are each 250 mm long. So upper end as well as lower end, it is given as 250 mm. Okay. Then and pivoted on the Garner axis. So here this ball is fixed in between the upper arm and the lower arm, and it is pivoted at a point of P. The mass of each ball is 5 kg. This mass of this ball, how much is given? 5 kg. So weight equal to mass into gravity, we know very well. So mass is given as small m is given as 5 kg of a ball, and mass of this central sleeves is 30 kg. The mass of a central sleeves m equal to 30 kg. Here m equal to 30 kg. The weight equal to capital M G by 2, and the radius of rotation of the ball is given as 150 mm. The first thing is the radius of rotation of a ball R1 is given as 150 mm. When the sleeves begin to rise and reach a value of 200 mm. So this means that first the radius of rotation, it is given as 150 mm, and if it is reached the maximum value, the radius of rotation is 200 mm. I will draw the same figure. The weight of a ball W equal to M into G, and the radius of rotation is R2. This is radius of rotation R2. It is given as 200 mm. Okay dear? 200 mm. Okay. And then the length of the arm, this is arm, how much is given? The length of the arm is given as 250 mm long of each. Is it right? The weight equal to M into G by 2, and capital M value is 30 kg. Okay dear? Only difference in between the figure is the radius of rotation here less, here the radius of rotation is more. That's it. When the sleeve begin to rise and reach a value of 200 mm for the maximum speed, determine the speed range of the Garner, as well as we need to find out the friction at the sleeves. Is it right? Is equivalent to 20 Newton. Here force is given here 20 Newton. at the sleeves determine how speed range is modified. The first thing is we need to find out the maximum speed of the governor. Second thing is we need to find out the minimum speed of the governor. And third thing is we need to find out the range of speed of the governor. After that, again we need to find out the speed and friction at the sleeves is equivalent. We need to find out in the third case. Okay, first we need to find out maximum or minimum speed of the governor. We need to find out. First case, here the radius of rotation is less, nothing but, so this is the minimum speed of the governor. Minimum speed of the governor, okay. The first thing is you need to consider this triangle. This is point, pivoted point P, and the mass of a ball, it is represented by B, and this point is represented by G. Is it right? I am considering this top triangle. P, B and G. The height of the governor H1 we need to find out, as well as we need to find out the value of H2. Is it right? The first I am consider triangle of a length from P to G is H1. Okay dear, the radius of rotation from B to G is 150 mm. R1 equal to 150 mm. If you convert in meter, means R1 equal to 0.150 meter. Okay, and the length of the arm is given as 250 mm. 250 mm. So we have to convert 0.250 meter. Okay dear. Then the mass, how much is given here? The mass of the ball is small m, 5 kg is given. Capital M is given as 30 kg. The first thing is what we need to find out? We need to find out the value of H1. So this means that H1 is equal to PG. H1 equal to PG. We need to find out the value of H1. If you want to find out the value of H1, you need to follow the method of Pythagoras theorem. Is it right? PG square, here PG square plus GB square equal to BP square. Okay dear. So PG is unknown, keep as it is. PG square plus GB is value, how much is there? 0.150 whole square equal to BP value is how much? 0.250 whole square. Then PG square equal to 0.250 whole square minus of 0.150 whole square. If you remove the square, it is a make as root 0.250 whole square minus of 0.150 whole square. Then PG value you will get the answer is 0.2 meter. That is the value of H1. H1 equal to PG. PG equal to 0.2 meter. That is the value of H1. Again, what we need to find out? We need to find out the speed of the governor. We need to find out. If you want to find out the speed of the governor, we know the formula of N1 square is equal to small m plus capital M by small m into 895 by h. Is it right? The small m nothing but the mass of the ball, and capital nothing but the mass of the central loaded, and small m nothing but the mass of the ball, and h is indicate that the height of the governor. Then small m, how much we got it here? Small m value is 5 kg. Capital M, we have the value is 30 kg by 5 into 895 by H1. H1 value, how much we got it here? H1 we got the value is 0.2 meter. So N1 whole square. If we remove the square, N1 equal to under root of 35 by 5 into 895 by 0.2. If you are take the root, then you will get the answer. So I am getting the answer is 177 RPM. 177 RPM. Okay. Again, what we need to find out? We need to find out the maximum speed of the governor. On the basis of radius of rotation is given how much? It should be greater than this one. So this means that this is maximum speed we can find out with this help of radius of rotation. Second B. And second thing is we need to find out the maximum speed of the governor. We need to find out. Okay. If you want to find out the maximum speed of the governor, we have to consider same triangle. Above point it is represent the P, and below point it is represented by G, and the mass of the ball it is represented by B. Okay. From B to G, the radius of rotation it is given as 200 mm. R2 equal to 200 mm. And height of the governor PG, it is represented by height H2. We need to find out the height. And the arm length from B to P is given as 250 mm. Okay, it is represented as 0.250 meter, and it is represented as R2 value is 0.200 meter. Okay dear. Then what we need to find out? We need to find out the value of H2. Is it right? Then H2 is equal to PG. H2 equal to PG. We need to follow the method of Pythagoras theorem. Okay, PG square. Okay, PG square plus GB square equal to BP square. Then PG value is how much? H. Okay, PG is unknown value. PG whole square plus GB value is how much is there? 0.200 whole square equal to BP value is 0.250 whole square. Is it right? Then PG whole square equal to 0.250 whole square minus of 0.200 whole square. Then if you remove the square, that is make as root 0.250 whole square minus of 0.200 whole square. Then PG value, so how much I am getting? I am getting the answer is 0.15 meter. That is the value of H2. Okay dear, again we need to find out the value of speed of the governor. We need to find out N2 whole square equal to small m plus capital M by small m into 895 by H2. Okay dear, small m value is 5 plus capital M value is 30 kg by 5 into 895 by H2 value is 0.15. That is the value of N2 whole square. If you remove the square, it is a make as a root N2 equal to under root of 35 by 5 into 895 by 0.15. Then you will get the answer is N2 equal to 204.46 RPM. Okay, that is the value of N2. Again, we need to find out the speed range of the governor. We need to find out. Okay, speed range of the governor okay, then speed range of the governor equal to N2 minus of N1. Okay, then N2 value is 204.4 minus of N1 value is 177 RPM. If you subtract this value, then you will get the answer is 27.4 RPM. Okay dear, again we need to find out the speed range. We need to find out speed range when friction at the sleeves. Okay, of force, how much is given here? Of a force, of force 20 Newton is given. So we know very well, already we studied that if a mass of the sleeves is moving downward direction, the limiting force of friction is acting in a upward direction. Meanwhile, if mass of the sleeves is moving upward direction, the limiting force of friction is acting in a downward direction. Is it right? So we can represent here that in the first case, we know that if the sleeves moves downward, then frictional force acting where here in a upward direction, acting in a upward direction. So we know the formula N1 square equal to M into G plus capital M into G minus of F divided by M into G into 895 by H1. Okay, so we know very well if the sleeves move downward, the friction, the limiting force of friction is acting in a upward direction. In the second case, if the sleeves is moving in a upward direction, then friction force is acting in a downward direction. If sleeve move downward, the friction moves in a upward direction. At that time, we need to use the symbol is M into G minus of F. Okay, then M nothing but the mass of the ball into gravity plus this mass of the central load into gravity minus the frictional force is acting on the sleeves by mass of the ball into gravity into 895 divided by height of the governor. Then mass is how much is there? Mass is 5 into 9.81 plus the mass of the central loaded is 30 into gravity value is 9.81. The force how much is given here? The force is given as 20 into 895 by H1 value. So 0.2 divided by mass is 5 into 9.81. That is the value of N1. So tell me the answer here. So I am getting the answer is N1 whole square value is 29500. Then N1, if you remove the square, N1 equal to under root of 29500, then you will get the answer is 172 RPM. Is it right? 172 RPM. That is the value of N1. In second case, okay, if the sleeves is moves in a upward direction, if sleeves is moves in a upward direction, the limiting force of friction is acting in a downward direction. P condition. We know that sleeves move upward direction, then frictional force is acting in downward direction. Is it right? Then we have to use the formula. Concept is a little bit different here. Just you need to remember N1 whole square equal to M into G plus mg plus F. Because of why plus F? Because sleeves is moving upward direction. Sleeves is moving upward direction, but the frictional force is acting in a downward direction. Is it right? So for that reason, we need to represent as plus F. Okay, N2 whole square equal to M into G plus capital M into G plus F by small m into G into 895 by H2. Okay. Then m value is small m. The mass of the ball is 5 into 9.81 plus capital M, how much is given? 30 into 9.81 plus force, how much is given here? 20. Okay, by mass, how much is given? Small m, 5 into 9.81 into 895 by H2 value. How much is there? H2 value 0.15. Done. N2 whole square. So if you have solved with the help of calci, then you will get the answer is N2 whole square equal to 44200 RPM. If remove the square, N2 is equal to 44200, and then you will get the answer is 210 RPM. That is the value of N2. Again, we need to find out the speed range of the governor. We need to find out. If you want to find out the speed range of the governor, just you need to subtract this value, speed range of the governor okay dear, equal to N2 minus of N1. N2 how much we got it here? 210 minus of N1 how much we got it here? 172. If you are subtract this value, then you will get the answer is 38 RPM. That is the value of speed range of the governor. How much we got it here? 38 RPM. Okay dear? If you have any doubt regarding this session, please write down in the comment box. Please don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.